Today we're making quick, cheap and easy 2-ingredient muesli bars. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our muesli into a large bowl. I picked a muesli that has a little bit of fruit into it. You can pick the muesli that you like best. I know that this was a home brand that I bought. It's actually really nice for the price point, and it makes really nice muesli bars. We're then going to go and add an entire can of sweetened condensed milk. And we're going to go ahead and mix that all up until the muesli is completely coated in that sweetened condensed milk. You don't want any dry pockets. The next thing we're going to do is into a greased and lined jelly roll. I'm just using like a half sheet pan size. You can use a square cake tin if you like. I just like them to be thinner and crispier. You can have them thicker and chewier if you like, depending on the size of pan. This is just a 9x13. I just want to go ahead and spread that all evenly on my pan. You just want to make sure that it's an even consistency. You don't have to worry too much about pressing it down. So the great thing about this recipe is that it's really cheap to make, much cheaper than what you'd buy muesli bars for at the store. And there's also much less packaging. So once we've done putting it into our tin, we're gonna go ahead and throw that in the oven, and we're gonna bake it for about 40 minutes until it's golden brown. 40 minutes usually works out okay. It's at 160 degrees in a preheated oven. And then we're gonna pull it out, and we're just gonna allow it to cool for about 10 or 15 minutes before we get on with the cutting. So I don't actually have a cutting board that's big enough to cut the full half sheet pan. So what I did was I flipped it over into another baking tray and then peeled off the paper. What I do recommend is give yourself a little bit of overhang with the baking paper when you're putting it into the tin, because I literally had to peel this off in sheets. It doesn't stick, it's really easy to peel off, but just make your life easy and have a little bit of overhang when you line that tray. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I just cut it in half in the tin. Don't worry, I didn't scratch it. And then I'm going to cut them into 8 pieces each. So each side I cut into 8 pieces. You can cut it into more or less depending on how big you want them to be. I just find that 16 pieces works perfectly. And then all we need to do is put them back on the tray and allow them to cool completely until they're room temperature, and then we can put them away in an airtight container. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching another episode of Dine It Frugal with me. I hope you like it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you go ahead and make these muesli bars. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time for another episode. Bye!